Hey, this is Jenny Jones, Digital Growth Hacks Club. All right, so listen, what I want to do is, again, they dropped 6 tools for tools of the year here on AppSumo, and I wanted to go through another tool. I think I told you guys I was going to go through maybe 4 tools. I think I am going to go through 4. I found 4 to be a nice balance with the range of the different tools. So let's get right into it. Again, if this is your first time to this channel, please go and like, subscribe. You never know what kind of tools, what kind of hacks I'm going to put together. You want to go ahead and subscribe to this channel because I got a lot of things. 2025 is going to be a game-changing a year. And the reason why is because I think I just about have every single tool that I need. But what I want to talk about today and what I'm going to start talking about more often is AI productivity. How we're using these tools to be more productive in our business, right? So one of the tools, and you guys know I don't like, I like revenue generating tools. So it's hard for me to do some tools that add productivity. I think I'm at the point now where I just need tools for productivity. I don't really need revenue tools. I have every single tool you can think about, not every single one. But what I want to concentrate on today is Letterly, right? And this is one of those tools you're like, okay, wait a minute, 182 reviews, 5 stars. I got to check into this, right? I was like, let me see what's going on with this tool, right? So let's talk about what the tool is, right? And I'm going to show you the play on the tool, right? You guys know I'm going to show you the play. I am going to be showing the play a lot more on my streaming platforms. I think I may do one. I got one major event. What's today? Today is Friday. I think I may do it Saturday. I may do it Saturday. Tomorrow. I think I'm gonna do something big on for one of my other tools. So I may do two. I may do 2 videos today, and I may just do one tomorrow because that way you're having an opportunity to take advantage of any of these tools you want to see. All right, so let's talk about it. So Letterly is really, this is really what it is. It's a note taker, right? And I've struggled. I am the biggest culprit of just struggling of keeping all my notes in one place, typing them down. I got a tablet. My challenge is I got a tablet. I have a Mac. I have a MacBook Pro. I have a PC. I have an Android. I have an iOS. I have all these different things. Because I'm running multiple different businesses and revenue streams, so I always got to keep up with stuff. The challenge that I had, and I have to tell you, you have to understand some of the challenges that I have. When my wife and we're driving, right? I'm always driving. She never drives, right? I always say, I'll drive. But I'm really getting tired of driving. But that's when my best thoughts come when I'm driving down the highway. She's probably talking to me or she's on the phone, texting someone, and I'm always thinking about my business. How can I improve this? Let me add this. Here's what I'm gonna do with LTD Streets. Here's what I'm gonna do with Saas Use Case TV. Here's another founder I can reach out. So I'm always thinking. And so here's what I do. And I kid you not, comment below if you do the same thing. When I'm with my wife, I say, hey, text me this. I literally will tell her, hey, text me this. I say, text me, text me LTD Streets lineup, right? Or if I want to buy a domain name, I get most of my creative energy when I'm out driving. I'm driving to somewhere or something like that. So instead of her sending me emails, instead of her sending me text messages, I found this tool that it's going to work. And let me explain to you the reason why it's going to work. Now, I've did a lot of the checking on the safety and all that. I'm not one to put passwords and all that other stuff into these note-taking apps. I don't do that. They recommend against that anyway. So I don't do that. I don't need it for that. I need it to jog my memory when I'm out. And so that's what this tool does. And I'm going to just show you, this is going to be a short video. I just want to show you because it's going to make more sense. So, so what you do is you record here on your phone, either your iOS or your Android, and then you can choose a style. What do you want to do with it? You can say, hey, what do you want to do with this message? Do you want to turn it into a post? Do you want to turn it into a list or whatever? And that's when you get an opportunity to get back to it, and you can do that. All the while you're making the changes here, it's showing up on your desktop or in your browser. So the way it works is when you buy, each coupon gives you a device. So if you bought 3, let's look at it here. This is a very good productive tool. I just think for the cost, I think you have to make it worth your while. I'm going to show you how I'm going to use it, and it's going to more than cover my costs. It's just, I have to associate cost associated with these tools and how do I make my money back. That's just the way I'm wired. So let's say here for 2 devices, which I have 2 devices. I had 1 device. Then I said, well, that's not going to really work well. And I'll explain to you the reason why. So I got at least 2 devices. I'm really, really leaning towards getting 3 and being done with it. So even 1 device gives you 27 ways to rewrite text in AI. So they give you all these different creative ways. You can rewrite it with text. You can create lists. But here's why. They give you iOS, Apple iOS, Android, web, and Mac. When I say web, just really meaning the browser. It's almost like you need 4. And I have all of these. I have an iOS and I have an Android. I use my Android for texting, and I use my iOS for family and personal, but mostly my Android for business, because I do a lot of texting, SMSs and stuff like that. So it's easier to work that way. So I have 2, and then they offered me a phone. And so I ended up I don't want to get another iOS. I just get an Android. So I have an Android and I have an iOS, and I have obviously a Mac. And then there's the web, which is the browser. So the way it really works is you can do unlimited recording, voice transactions. The thing is, transcriptions. The thing is, each voice, you can only talk to it for 15 minutes, which I get that because it starts taking up sizes. But I'm going to tell you something. So hopefully I'll remember. Hopefully I don't have to leave a note to remember to remind you the reason why this is important, the 15 minutes, and how it can be 15 minutes of productivity. And so you can stack up to 10 codes, right? So here's how this works, right? Let me show you the play for this. Use offline and screen off recording for ultimate flexibility. You don't need to be online. You don't need to have your phone on. You can just hit the record. I'm telling you. So when you were probably keeping notes in your iOS, or you just hit the voice record, where's a way you can get those out, and where's a way you can collect those and put them in a listed order, whether it be by date. We can add tags to them. You can do a lot of different things with this. So again, off-screen recording, offline recording, you can put it in different translations, translate to any language. You can have 90 plus languages are recognized. You can speak into it. It'll pick up on it. Then you have these rewrite options, right? And then you have a dark and light mode. So let's look at the play first. Do I want to show you that next? Yeah, let me show you the play, and let me show you how powerful it is. I may be able to show you basically what I did. So let me show you the play first. So here's a play, right? The play is simply this, right? I have my iOS. So normally when I'm traveling, I have both of my phones on me. One is business, one is personal. So you basically leave a note here, right? And he says, hey, you know what? Remind me on Monday to drop a Marketing Mondays podcast on this, right? Or something like that. Because I'm driving. I don't remember. I can't remember. So I write it there. Well, when I get back to my Mac loads up. It loads up the same freaking note that I took on my phone. It just sends it there. And so if you have it where your Mac is one of your licenses, then you have your Mac to show up on one. I have 3 screens. So I have it show up on one of my main screens. I also have it, it shows up on the startup. So it comes up on the startup and my note is right there. The same note that I left while I'm driving to Los Angeles, or while I'm driving to amusement park with my wife or my kids or whatever. We're going golfing. I got to go golfing with my son. So while I'm driving to these places, I just take these notes while I'm out when I get back, it's already on my PC. I can then put this together, right? I can definitely use whatever I got to do there. Or if I want to make a post to one of my social media platforms, I can write the post in here and then share it with my social media platform. You can do that as well. So that's a PC. So I can take notes on my Android, or I can take notes on my iOS. They're all going to go up to my PC, or if I took a note here on my Android, it's going to show up on my iOS and vice versa. So no matter where I take the note, it's going to show up on and synchronize between all three systems. This is some AI productivity stuff. You're using AI to do that, and you can use AI to kind of rewrite it. Hey, rewrite this better, right? I want to send a letter to a client about this, about that, rewrite this, or what have you. So that's what I've gotten out of this. This is a very good AI productivity tool. And I'm going to start. AI to me is all about productivity. If you're using it to do, people say, oh, I want to make a faceless, whatever, that's fine. I just don't think people are into faceless like that. I think people are into authenticity, right? So I'm laying a declaration that I will start using AI for productivity and or to save time. Yeah, well, those two are the same, but instead of something taking me 3 hours, now it only takes me an hour to do, just using AI. So that's kind of been my MO as of late. And so I think this is a good AI productivity tool. It definitely should be looked at. So I showed you the way I'm using it. I have two licenses. I have one for my Android and one for my Mac. I may get one more and put it on my iOS. And the way it works, I don't want to show you. Here's a challenge, and here's a tricky thing, and I'll let you guys know this. You have to, wherever you get your license, you have to go back. You have to save those. So those are things somebody's not going to tell you. So I'm going to tell you right now. So the place where you sign up for it, you want to save that. You want to put that in a bookmark or something, because that's where you can remove your licenses and put them back. So you have a master page that you just do that with, and you can add your new license from there as well. So they got a master page where you do that. So I think a good recommendation is either one, run it from a browser, which will give you the Mac and PC access. If you ran it from just a straight browser window, that would give you that. And then you just need to get one for your phone. So you really just need two. But I'm seeing people get like 10, right? It's really weird. I think people are using them for different reasons. I can get one for my entire family. I don't want my entire family knowing my notes. I think we can probably have a shared place for notes. But I'm not thinking that far, because it kind of gets expensive at that point. But my point is, I think you do not get this unless you get at least two codes. Of course, using my link in the description, not going to cost you anything additional. It may help if you use my link in the description. It may help offset the tip that my Starbucks person keeps asking me for. Why are you asking me for a tip when I'm just driving through the drive-through and you're saying, hey, I need a tip? It's like, whoa, hold on. That's your job, right? So, I just went off on a tangent. But if you use my code, it'll help me cover that cost. That's really weird. But anyway, yeah, it's not going to cost you any additional. Just use my link in the description below. But yeah, this is AI productivity at its best. And I think this syncing right here, yeah, the syncing is really, I think I need one more. I think I need a browser one. I think I may get one more. I'm not certain. I just closed another deal, but I think I'm going to do something different with that money. So anyway, and it has a screen off recording. I'm not yet to experience that yet. The screen off recording and the offline recording. Yeah, these two, I think these are game changing. I haven't really experienced those yet. I don't like not knowing when I'm recording. Maybe that's just me. I have this thing going on because I already know that my phone will be listening to me. So I don't know what I want to do of these two yet. But I think that's really good. I think that can help. Like if I am driving and I'm the only one in the car, I think that would be good too. So I need to figure out how those options work. But other than that, yeah, this is let me see if I can show you. Let me see if I can show you my desktop mode. So give me 1 second. All right, so we're going to do this in real time. So I am on my Android phone, which is the other, and this is my app. So this is the app that comes up on my desktop. It comes up when my screen loads up, which is pretty darn convenient. So I'm gonna do something in real time. I haven't tested this out. I don't even know if it's going to work. So let's try this. So I have to, let me go into my phone app here. Let me write something. I'm gonna just say it into the phone and then see what happens. Remember to do a video on Letterly for my YouTube channel. Thanks. So let's see what happens. All right. All right. So you can't see my phone, but let me hit the refresh here. Let's see what happens. There it is. There it is. I'm telling you, this is a nice, and again, we're talking about AI productivity. So I just hit it. I just recorded it. I remembered to do a video on Letterly for my YouTube channel. Thanks. I literally hit the refresh. So when I'm out during the day, out having lunch, meeting with clients, come back and I'm taking notes, I get back here and I just hit the refresh and it brings everything up. And so I think there's a way also you can, let me see if we can put a tag on this. I think you can put a tag to it as well. But let me show you how I'm going to use this and be productive, right? So here's how you can use this and be productive. This is fire. I did this live. I didn't even know if this would work. I was just testing it out. This is why people are in love with this tool. It's 182 reviews. So here's how I'm going to use this year. Right. This is exactly how I'm going to use this year. So you can copy my playbook if you want. But you guys always know if I give you the juice, then use my code. So here's how I'm going to use this year. If I'm going to write a 15 chapter book this year. Right. And it's going to take me the whole year to do it. I want to write it over the course of 12 months. And so what I really want to do is write a chapter a month. And I think sometimes I struggle when I sit down because I will have writer's block. So I think what I'll do is I will sit down and what I'll do is I will write literally, if I write a chapter, just if I can do 15-minute recordings, that's what we were saying. So 15 minutes, you could write, I think you could write a chapter. 15 minutes recording is all you need. Really, it's all you need. They've probably determined that that's long enough, and that's a nice file size. So 15 minutes, I can just write, because I know, honestly, and I'm not going to lie to you, I have like 3 books in my head. I just can't get it out on paper, right? When I sit down to write, I get writer's block. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend 15 minutes just writing about a chapter discovery, characters and stuff like that. And then if I do this, right, and then it comes over to my Letterly, I can take those thoughts and put those thoughts and kind of shape them up a little bit and finish my book. This is how I'm going to use this tool. And that's when I say AI productivity, it's going to give me the power to finish my book a lot faster. And I remember back, and I'll let you go on this. I remember back when I was writing my first book, and this guy, he had already wrote 3 books already. I was like, dude, how'd you write 3 books? He says, dude, he used to use natural dragon speaking. It's naturally dragon speaking or something like that. He says, yeah, I just write into that. He said, I write my thoughts into that, and it helps me write my book. He said, that's how I wrote 3 books. Naturally dragon speaking or something like that. If you comment below if you remember that tool. But that's how he wrote his books. And this was maybe 10 years ago. And he did that. And he said, I just wrote down little thoughts. I wrote down little thoughts, and they helped me put the whole book together. Because, you have a story, you have a character, you have there's only 6 ways to write a movie script, and I think 6 ways to kind of tell a story too when you're writing a book. So anyway, but I know he did that, and I'm going to use this tool to do the same thing. So I don't need 15 minutes. And I attempted this once before, and I was not successful because I just quit and I gave up. But I think this is going to be a better way for me to do this. So, all right. So, hey, you guys have been great. Use my code below if you want to use this, or if you found value in this video. I think this is a nice little sneaky tool. I'm going to do one more big video. I'm going to do another one this evening, and I'm going to do probably a big one tomorrow. I'm probably going to do a live stream. I may even use my own new platform. I don't know, but I got something up my sleeve. I promise you it's going to be big, right? You have 24 hours. So make sure you guys like, subscribe. The reason why I tell you to hit the bell notification is because I may come up with something and you may just miss out on it in live time, and you can't ask the questions that you want to ask. All right. You guys take care. Be good out there. Goodbye for now. Pick it up. This is AI productivity at its best. Bye.